You're listening to the Even Bigger Ideas podcast series brought to you by State of Flux. Hi there, I'm Philip Eidson. I'm the host of the Procurious Even Bigger Ideas podcast, a 5-part podcast series available exclusively to Big Ideas digital delegates. Sponsored by State of Flux, the 4 previous podcasts in this series allowed us to go that little bit deeper with some of the most intriguing power players at this year's Big Ideas Summit in London. And today, we actually switch gears as I talk to a keynote speaker from Pivot, the 10th annual Asia-Pacific CPO Forum taking place in Sydney this coming May and powered by Procurious. And in this episode, I connected with Anders Sorman Nilsson, global futurist and author of Seamless, a hero's journey of digital disruption, adaptation, and human transformation. As managing director of Think, Anders helps executives and business leaders decode trends, answer disruptive questions, and strategize for foreseeable and unpredictable futures. And in our conversation, Anders shares his thoughts on the coming together of analog and digital worlds and the impact it will have not just on our jobs, but also the future workforce. But while the robots may be coming, all is definitely not lost. Anders provides his blueprint on what you can do today to be on the right side of digital disruption. And I start our conversation with a question that's really always been on my mind, and that is, what exactly is a futurist?
This is a very good question, and it's one that my mum keeps asking myself as well.
Right.
I try to explain it to my mum, who understands history, by kind of saying that I'm a reverse historian, which often gets a sort of a glazed look on her face. Right. But at least that's sort of how she now explains it to her friends during, afternoon tea. She would have preferred to have just said Anders is a lawyer in Sydney, Australia, which was my previous profession. Right. 12 years ago before I became a futurist. But I guess a futurist is something that is beyond a glorified astrologer or a glorified management consultant, because we do look at trends and data and how certain data sets can be extrapolated into the future to create, really for our clients,